All right, STMA cabinet makers, this video is going to be covering drawing the door. All right, we're going to be drawing the door, which requires three parts. There's going to be the door style and the door rail and the door panel. So what I have right now is a door style. I've created the part already. I've drawn it. Now we need to get to the hard part. So what we're going to do is we're going to look on the end frame and we're going to create a sketch. And right click on, right click on there and view normal to sketch plane. All right, so now we have to draw out the profile of the slots that are going into the door style. And the door style is the piece that goes up and down all the way. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. Now this piece is 3/4 of an inch thick. And I'm going to just go ahead and start right down here on this corner. I'm going to go up and make that 0.25. Then I'm going to go in and make that 0.375. And up. Everything is kind of a 1/4 of an inch here, 0.25. And over. Right there. And now this one is the tricky part, so watch carefully here. We're just going to go ahead and draw this, and then I'll show you what to watch carefully next. And this part right here, we're going to take this line all the way down to right here because we have to close off these two areas so we can extrude them. All right. Before we can extrude them, we have to set this angle. And the way we do that is grab the dimension tool, and we click on this line, and we go over and we click on that line. And when we do that, we get an angular measurement. So we're going to go ahead and type in 30 degrees is what we're going to use. And now we are done with our sketch. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close this sketch out and we will extrude. We're just going to extrude this part and that part right there. And let's go ahead and take a look at how that looks. But we're going to go the other way. We're going to remove it. And then we are going to go through all right there. Okay, so that goes all the way down there just like that. Now we're going to save a little bit of time because guess what? On the door rail, we're going to do the exact same thing. So do we want to do all that work or do we want to just copy? I'm going to go ahead and copy. So I'm going to duplicate this and go over here and rename this to door rail. And now all I got to do is just change the length. And so we go back to sketch number 1 and we change the length to 10.125. Shortens it right up. Okay, now just like we drew this groove on the door style, we have to cut the opposite cuts on the end of this door rail. So we're going to go ahead and create it like this. And put a sketch on there. View normal to sketch plane. I'm going to zoom in. So now we have to draw the opposite of that. So our angle is up on top, and we have to have a tenon sticking out. So here's how we do that. We're going to go right here, and we're going to go this way. 3/8 of an inch, 0.375. We'll go up 0.25 and back over right there. We'll go up 0.25 and then we have to, I was thinking here we got to drive all the way in here and we're going to make that 0.375 and then we're going to go ahead and finish this sketch. We'll put that right there and I got to go all the way around this perimeter and all the way down here to close out our sketch. All right, now the next thing we got to do is put that angle on there. And if you know a little bit about geometry, you know that this was a 30-degree angle. So what do you suppose this degree is? Well, that's a 60-degree angle. So we're going to go ahead and click on those two lines like that and type in 60. All right, just as a reminder, you grab your dimension tool, you click on that line, then that line, and pull it out, and you get the angular tool. All right, we are ready to extrude. So let's go ahead and cancel this sketch, and go ahead and choose that and that. We are going to remove and go through all. There we go. All right, that is how we cut that out on there. And we're going to go ahead and do the same to this end right here. And let's see here. We're going to create another sketch. Let's see, we'll go with sketch and yep, view normal to sketch plane. All right, we'll zoom right in on this one here, and we got to do basically the same pattern. So we're going to start right here, and let's see here again. Yep, we start right here and go this way. 0.375. Whoops, that was a close one. Almost had a typo. 375. Enter, and we'll go up 1/4 of an inch. 0.25. Enter, and I messed that up. So we're just going to keep on going here. Close that up, and I'm going to come up here and go right there. And then I'm going to come over here and go 0.375. And don't panic now, because we're just going to simply get a rough shape going. Close there and hit that, and we're going to come right down to the bottom. So now that we have that done, we'll hit the escape key to get out of the line tool, and we'll grab the dimension tool. And that's how we'll fix things. We'll just go right here, right there, and we'll fix that to be 0.25. And we'll grab, let's see, we got to go there and there, 0.25. And then we'll do the radial. Again, that one was going to be 60 to complement the 30. And we're ready to approve that sketch and extrude. 1, 2, and remove and through all. Okay, so now we've got our styles and our rails created. And I'm going to go ahead and start an assembly right here. And I don't know if you noticed from my other videos, but I cleaned up the bottom here. And the way I did that was I just simply created a new folder right here. And I have a folder right here called door with nothing in it. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to drag door style into the door folder and door rail into the door folder. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and create, oops, timeout. I'm going to open up this. There we go. Now I'm in the door folder, and I'm going to create an assembly, and it's going to be named door. All right, door. Okay, I want to get it half assembled because I want to show you the process here. So a door style, and did I not name it door rail? Oh, right there in front of my face. Just got to look. Open up your eyes, Mr. Bovey. All right, so we got right there. Now, I don't have a panel drawn, so I'm going to close that. I don't have a panel drawn, and that's why I am showing you this. We're going to take that style. We're going to come along over here and put this one right about there. I'm going to fix this piece, put that in, and anchor it where it's at. And I'm going to go down here and grab this tenon, and I'm going to grab it right by that middle piece right there. Boom, boom. Okay, and then let's see, we're going to put it right there, and we'll see how lucky I got putting this thing together. I think I need to flip the primary axes, but I'm not sure. Oh, no, I had the primary axes right the first time. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it locks together. Great. Okay, so now the panel is going to fit into this little slot right here. And what we need to do is come up with our the length by width for that panel. And that is going to be defined by, well, let's go with our width. Our width happens to be the same as this piece right here from end to end. And that was 10 1/8. Okay, so that's going to be 10 1/8. But let me throw this piece in here to help you understand what we need to do. I'm going to zoom in and grab that middle piece right there, and put it right there. Okay, hey, look at that, we got lucky. Okay, so now the panel has to fit in between from right here to right there. Well, I can use this fancy measuring device that's built into this, or I could also just simply do the math. This piece is 17.25 inches long, and this was 1.75 inches um, wide, but I took it off by 3/8 right there. So we could, do the math and take 17.25 minus, that would be 1.3 inches, and then that's 1.3 inches, which is 2.75. So that would be what, 17.25 be 1650, it'd be 1450 is my prediction. 14 inches and 14.5 is my prediction. I'm going to come along in here and I'm going to select, I got my measuring tool now, I'm going to select that little piece right there. And then I'm going to go down in here and I'm going to select that piece. And 14.5 inches is the length of our panel. All right, 14.5 inches by the length of this piece right there, which is 10 1/8. So we're going to come along here and we're going to grab a Create Part Studio and we are going to sketch right there on the front panel. We're going to draw a rectangle, and that rectangle is going to be 10.125 by 14.5. There we go. And then we are going to extrude it by about 1/2 inch. Now, so here's the deal. You can, when making your panel, you can use 1/4 inch plywood and just stick it in there if you want. Or if you happen to, maybe you don't have plywood, maybe it's out of pine, maybe it's out of alder and you don't have pine plywood or alder plywood. So what we're going to do is we're going to extrude that to 1/2 inch. Because what we would do in this case is we would glue up a bunch of boards and we would run it through the planer and we'd get it down to 1/2 inch. Because the planer doesn't go down to 1/4 inch. So then what we got to do is that's got to fit 1/4 inch inside those grooves of those doors. So here's what we got to do. We have to take away a little bit around, all the way around that. And what we're going to do is take away 3/8 of an inch. I have my line tool. I'm going to grab and use a construction line. And we're going to go there. We're going to go down 3/8 of an inch, 0.375, and hit enter. And then we're going to go over here to the right and we're going to go 0.375, hit enter. And now I need to draw a rectangle. I could do this again, 0.375 both. You know what I could do to even be smarter, Mr. Bovee, be smarter, smarter, smarter. Go ahead and grab that, grab a rectangle tool and get it into a construction lines and make your rectangle 0.375. We'll do the same down here. And what I'm doing is I'm establishing points, so I'm going to be drawing another rectangle in there, 0.375, 0.375. And it's not a big deal if these aren't construction lines, because we're just not going to extrude them. Now I'm going to get rid of the construction line option and keep my rectangle tool, and I'm going to come down here and touch that. And guess what? I made a mistake somewhere along. Oh, that's because these are 0.75 in my quick way of doing things. So I'm going to hit edit undo. And you know what else? I'm going to draw my rectangle this way. So I just realized I didn't need that rectangle in all 4 corners. I just needed it in 2 corners. So there we go. We're going to go that way instead. Now what that should mean is I've got a 3/8 of an inch 3/8 of an inch gap, I guess, around this whole thing. And I'm going to come along here and draw a rectangle on the whole door. There we go. And hit approve of sketch. So now what I want to do is take that and I want to take away 1/4 inch. And that would be remove. And there we go. Okay, so there's my panel. So in the real life, what we would do is glue up our boards. We'd run it through the planer. We'd cut it to the proper dimension. And then we'd go to the rabbet table saw with a rabbet blade on it. And we would cut a nice little rabbet around there at about 3/8 of an inch. Let's see how it looks inside of our assembly. So let's go ahead and insert. And, well, I didn't name it anything, but I should have named it door panel. And I'll go ahead and do that. It did come in backwards on us, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So let's take this corner over here, right there, and we're going to take that middle piece on the outside edge, right there. Oh, you know what, Mr. Bovee? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. And we're going to go right there. All right, and so what happened here is I actually put it in backwards. I need this tab here to be on the back side, and I don't think I can fix it. So I don't think this is gonna, oh, I might. Oh, let's try. Oh, it did. Yeah, oh, there you have it. I thought I was smarter than the machine, and it outsmarted me. So there we go. It fits right in there, and that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for, this nice little bevel right there, and it fits in tight along the back right there. Now, again, in real life, you can put a 1/4 inch piece of plywood there. It doesn't have to be 1/2 inch thick, but that's if you're using oak. All right, so now let's take this piece right here, and we'll go right there. And right there. We're going to have our door done pretty soon. Let's see, how well does that rotate around? Oops, I need to go the other way. There we go. And there's our door. We can put a chamfer around our door. And so let's go ahead and do that. We got to go to each part to do that. Let's go to the door rail. And we would put a chamfer right there. So let's grab our chamfer tool and put it right on there. I like that. And 0.2 inches is good. That's good enough. Door style. Now on the door style, we got to do 3 edges when we do the chamfer. So let's do that one, and that one. And let's go see what it looks like in the assembly. And there it is. That's our door. It looks really nice. And so those are nice, good, strong doors. All right, and then we just got to go ahead and put that into our assembly, our main assembly. And this is a little tricky. We're not going to get this perfect. I haven't mastered this installation yet, but we will go to inserting that, and lo and behold, it went in backwards on me. But so what that means is I want this hinge to come over here. All right, and I'd like to get it to swing if possible. I think Mr. Bovee made some measurement errors here. Let's take a look and see what happened on the fly. So this time we're going to try to use a revolute mate, and this is the part that I'm learning here. Cylindrical mate, pin slot mate. I don't know. Let's try the revolute mate, and then we're going to put it right there, and we're going to put it right. Ooh, we're going to put it right there, and then we're going to hit solve, and we're going to rotate it around and hit solve again. Yeah, I made the door too big. Oh, man. What a bummer. Well, I can fix that easy by changing the length of this and the length of that. How did I do that? Okay, well, anyway, that's an easy fix. I'll do that at the end of the video. But I do want to show you right now, we want to offset this door up. And so that happens to be on the green right here, on the green axis. And how far do we want to go up with that? Oh boy, I can't remember, and I don't trust myself anymore. Let's go and let's try 3 inches. Oops, I don't want that. Yeah, I do want. Well, let's see how it works here. Enter. That's going the wrong way, isn't it? Yep. So, let's go to rotate about the Y. No, that's not going to work. All right. That's, to heck, you say. Why does that not go in there? We're going to hit the red X on that, and we're going to try something else. We're going to try the slider mate. We're going to try this mate right here, cylindrical mate, and we'll go right there. We're going to grab that edge. See that? Oh, that's what I think was my problem on that other one. Right here. So we're just going to grab that edge just like, there we go. It's got to turn. So we're really not selecting a face. We're just grabbing a corner. And we're going to move this board around until it fits. I think primary axis wrong. There we go. All right. And let's see if we can offset that. Oh, shucks. That's not going to work either. So we're going to go back. Right now, we're just going to fix the fasten mate to get this through. And we're going to go right there. And we're going to go right there. We'll see how this works. And there we go. Now I can offset it the way I want to offset it, like I was trying to do. And that's going to be on the blue. And let's let's try 4 inches once and see what it looks like. Nope, went the wrong way. So let's try -4 inches. And we want to be, what we're looking for is a 1/2 inch overlay here and a 1/2 inch overlay right there. And I should have measured this beforehand, but now I'm just guessing. So we're going to go 4 3/8, and I think that is it. So that'll work. Let's hit solve to bring our door over and fix that. Holy cow, that video didn't end very well, did it? But nonetheless, what we have here now is a door, and I got to resize it, obviously, to fix that. And I'll do that outside of this video. Okay. All right.